Hello and welcome to this session on projects. Projects are important in your Ignitia work. Projects will be counting towards the final unit grade more than lessons and quizzes. Lessons and quizzes are the lowest weighted of the assignments in your Ignitia units. Tests are the highest and projects are second highest. So what is a project? Well, great question. A project is usually something that you will end up writing in Ignitia. You'll see here that in this, you're going to write an overview, and it gives you a sample of the format here and how it should look and how it should work. And then it tells you to write your own this way. Now, when it comes time to work on the questions here, you will have what's referred to as a writer. Let me clear off what was here before. And you can, if you'd like, just simply write your overview here and do it in that way and follow the pattern. However, this is not the best venue. Again, if you want to save the answer, just like we learned in lessons, you have to click submit. This is not the best venue to use when writing. It is highly recommended that instead of typing in your work here, that you maybe you might want to write it on paper. And if you did write it on paper, you could submit it by taking a picture or scanning it as a PDF and just uploading the file by clicking on this little arrow here, choose the file and save it, and it's good to go. In fact, I'll just pick a file, pick a document real quick and upload it, and boom, it's all set. I don't need to keep it there, so I'm going to delete it, change it. If you want to do that, you can as well. Or if you're typing it, you could certainly come over here and type it in a Word document. Save the Word document and do exactly the same thing, just upload the file. If you were doing a PowerPoint presentation, you could do that. However, also even more convenient now, oftentimes, are online document creators like Google Docs, as you see here. And here I've just created a test document. And in Google Docs, you could then type in your entire project, get it all set to how you want it to go. When you're all done, you got two options. You can copy the whole thing, bring it over and paste it, and then just save it in that way. Or even better still, because when you do that, you lose all your formatting, which is why we don't recommend it here. You can't format, you can't bold, you can't indent. It doesn't work as well here. But if you come over to your Google Docs, type it all in, and then click share, you are then able to copy the link, set and paste the link, and we will then be able to open that link in our browser, see everything, and give you the score that you need. We will even be able to write in comments variously for you there. So that's projects. There will be times when you'll have projects perhaps in science where you may have to conduct an experiment or watch a video of an experiment being conducted and then write some answers to questions or your observations on those. But that's projects, and they're very important in Ignitia. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to ask, but do your best on those projects. Projects don't have to be, let me just say this in closing, projects do not have to be 100%. Projects, you will get the grade that you get. However, we have developed what's called a rubric. And a rubric is a guide for how your writings will be scored. And you'll see here, this is the basic rubric. In order for you to get the best score, then you would want to reference the rubric, which will be available to you. So please do keep that in mind as well. Get the best score you can, because these count the most towards your final grade, your projects.